Hello, we'll be talking about a unique topic today, which is counseling individual with disability. We'll have some other topics like the importance of counseling individual with disability, the essential elements of counseling individual with disabilities, agreement and disagreement with author presentation, conclusion, and the references. Slide 2, we're going to talk about the importance of counseling individuals with disabilities to multicultural counseling. We talk about the counselor needs to understand cultural diversity for effective counseling. That for a counselor to delve into a cultural, multicultural counseling, a counselor needs to understand the diversity, the cultural diversity, so that it will help the effectiveness of the counselor. We talk about the using cultural intervention helps effective communication and addressing specific needs of the client. We need to understand through the cultural intervention, understand the client for us to know where to come in. Talk about cultural competence. Counselors should be more equipped to work with disability clients from diverse backgrounds. Nowadays, it's not the counselor are not the counselor that work with a multicultural different cultural ethics. There are not many, so whereby we need more counselors to be competent and to work towards being equipped in multicultural counseling, so that we'll be able to serve the clients more better. Then we also have multicultural counseling can associate individuals with disabilities community by confronting discrimination and prejudice, which can enhance life satisfaction. As a counselor, we need to go to the community where the individuals with disability lives, like helping them to gain their rights, for them to live a satisfactory life, because when they are in a community they become isolated, so they need that confidence to come out and live like others. Multicultural counselor needs to address the client's significant others perspective of the disability, which can improve self-confidence. Then, like I said, counselor needs to address the client's because as they have this kind of their own kind of uniqueness, in which the counselors can help them improve for them to have their own self-confidence. We'll go to the next slide, which says the essential elements of counseling. We have creating a safe environment for people with disabilities to freely express themselves. Those are one of the elements, essential elements when it comes to counseling. We need to create a safe place for them whereby they can freely express themselves, where they are safe, where they know that where they need that support of the counselor to help them fully express what they really have in mind, so that they can get help from a different perspective. Counselors should develop empathy during therapy process to support their relationship with the client, which is true. As a counselor, that's one of the unique essential elements, whereby you have empathy on your clients, so that you'll be able, which is a kind of a place of support to them in the process, in the counseling, in the during the therapeutic. Counselors should help people with disabilities gain their self-confidence, which will enhance quality life living. People with disabilities should be protected from areas of discrimination. Counselors should empower them to gain same rights and privilege they deserve. It doesn't mean that they are being limited on a particular condition, they have the same right like others for them to have this a deserved life living. So people with disability should be protected. They need to be protected from discrimination so that they will be free to do what they want in the community. Counselors are to encourage individuals with disability discover their inner strength, ability, and skills that they are limited to an extent like other people. Doesn't mean they don't have a skill. Doesn't mean they don't have a life. Doesn't mean they don't have a talent. They can many individuals living with disability are doing great things, but because of the discrimination they face day to day, it brings them to isolation. And this is where the counselor needs to come in to help them discover the inner strength, which will help them in their skills. So we also have the other topic, which is agreement and disagreement, is by exploring strength of methodology, which we hold effective in diverse counseling. When we prioritize our strength to systematic plans to achieve a goal, we need that strength to do that strength. We need that strength so that there will be an effectiveness in our diverse counseling. When we diverse into when in our diverse counseling, it will really help in our diverse counseling. So we talk about weakness, earlier identifying the methodologies, improve effective future counseling. Like I said, when we we discover earlier those weaknesses and we terminate those weaknesses earlier, it improves the future counselors. We talk about the establishment of the need of for tailoring approach. The approach with individual with disability is very crucial, as we know that we must be careful the way we identify them. You don't identify them as a disabled person. You don't identify them as so. You identify them by their first name, which is like a person with disability, not disability person, right? Not disability person, but a person with disability. So you identify them by their first name before their condition. We talk about the legal right for individuals with disability to access good and quality services. So the same service you give to someone to a client that is able, also you need to give the same service to someone with disability. So it should be an equal right, not being biased. So our next slide will be the conclusion, which I said it is important for multicultural counselors to provide equal services and undeniable treatment to clients with disabilities. Also, the feeling of belonging help enhance clients' healing processes in therapy. Therefore, counselors need to legally be in gap for their rights. And we have the references, which is the American of Disability Act 1990, the SU, DW SU of 2022. Thank you so much for reading and for listening. Bye.